After Lord Krishna left Hastinapur to fight Salva and Dvarka, Duryodhan was planning how to take away all of the Pandavas' wealth. Duryodhan had become even more extremely envious of the Pandavas after the Rajasya ceremony, when he saw how Lord Krishna made the barren land Duryodhan's father, Dhritarashtra, had given as the Pandavas' share, into a gorgeous, opulent kingdom. Duryodhan started planning with his evil uncle, Sakuni, on how to take away all of the opulence Pandavas had. Sakuni was expert in playing the game of dice. He could cheat very well with dice. In those days, when a king was invited to play the game of dice, he was not allowed to refuse. The Pandavas are always righteous and moralistic. They always helped anyone in need, and therefore people loved them. Lord Krishna loves them for that. Due to the royal custom in those days, the Pandavas reluctantly had to go play the game of dice even though they were not good at it. They never wanted to gamble since they knew it was wrong and dangerous. They had no choice because it was like a duel. The moral they are teaching us is to never gamble. It is a sin because gambling is driven by greed. Of course, the Pandavas had no greed. They were always satisfied with whatever they had. They needed to be the leaders to help the innocent people. Duryodhan had greed, and he was extremely envious of the Pandavas. Knowing that the Pandavas, headed by King Yudhishthir, were not good with game of dice, and nor were they interested in learning sinful things like gambling, Duryodhan wanted to take advantage of that to take everything the Pandavas had for himself. But because the Pandavas are great devotees of Lord Krishna, you will see their victory. Lord Krishna gives his devotees all protection and success. Like Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita,
I preserve what my devotee has and provide what he lacks.
At the end of the game of dice, Duryodhan won and wanted to have Draupadi, but Draupadi, being a chaste and moralistic married lady, did not want him. Therefore, in the presence of everyone, he wanted to have Draupadi disrobed. Draupadi prayed to Lord Krishna for help. Even though Lord Krishna was not present physically and he was busy fighting demons, Lord Krishna, being God, he protected Draupadi by constantly supplying more and more sari. This great miracle happened. Lord Krishna is present everywhere in each and every atom and heart. He always protects his devotees. Duryodhan was doomed because he tried to dishonor an innocent lady. One of the Pandava brothers named Bhim took a vow to kill Duryodhan for trying to disrobe Draupadi. Fortunately, by Lord Krishna's help, Draupadi was protected and not disrobed. Any abominable act such as disrobing, committing rape, killing, or harming innocent people is strongly condemned throughout the Vedic scriptures. Such actions are punished by God. Duryodhan had the Pandavas and Draupadi exiled into the forest. Envy, greed, lust, anger happen in this material world, but Pandava's story teaches us how to deal with bad people in this world. In the material world, we all are doing good or bad work. Due to our past or this life's good or bad activities, we all have to go through the good or bad reactions. But once you are surrendered unto God, and only doing good by being on the righteous and moralistic path, Lord Krishna protects you. All this is explained in the Bhagavad Gita by God, Lord Krishna himself. Even though the Pandavas and Draupadi were living in the forest, they lived happily because they were spiritual and always conscious of Lord Krishna. We should learn from the Pandavas to be Krishna-conscious, moralistic, peaceful, and having faith in Lord Krishna that everything is fine and will get even better because Lord Krishna is taking care of us. One day, Duryodhan wanted to see how the Pandavas were doing, so he decided to secretly see them. He noticed that they were still happy and peaceful. He became jealous of that and decided to send a sage named Durvasa Muni. If for any reason Durvasa Muni would get upset, he would lay a curse on that person. Since Duryodhan heard that the Pandavas had a magical food pot that once it would be emptied and cleaned for the day, it would not supply any food, Duryodhan decided that it would be the perfect time to send Durvasa Muni with his 60,000 disciples to be fed by the Pandavas. By sending Durvasa Muni, when the magical pot was empty, Duryodhana was hoping that Durvasa will curse the Pandavas and Draupadi. This did not happen, because when the Pandavas found out that Durvasa Muni was coming with his 60,000 disciples, they prayed to Lord Krishna for help. Quickly Lord Krishna came and asked Draupadi to give him the empty pot so that he could eat. Draupadi said that nothing was in it except for one sticky rice in the pot. She was hesitant to give it to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna said to not worry. Lord Krishna ate the one sticky rice and felt completely satisfied. At the same time when Lord Krishna was satisfied, Durvasa Muni and the 60,000 sages felt full too. As a result, they did not want any food from the Pandavas and Draupadi, so they quickly left the area. See how Lord Krishna always protects his devotees. Therefore, we should always pray to Lord Krishna and do good things in the world. We are all one big family under God, who is our father and mother. We all can live peacefully in this way with each other, animals, nature, and so on. 13 years passed by successfully by the Pandavas and Draupadi by Lord Krishna's grace. When the time came for Duryodhan to give back the kingdom to the Pandavas, Duryodhan refused. Lord Krishna went to Duryodhan to ask him to just give even 5 villages, that is not even half of their share of the kingdom. Still, Duryodhan said,
I will not give land that even fits on the size of the tip on a needle. I would rather have war.
Lord Krishna said,
Peace is better than war to avoid unnecessary deaths.
Stay tuned for the next episode to see what happened next. In the meantime, please read the Bhagavad Gita as it is translated by Srila Prabhupada. Please don't forget to subscribe to this Good Look channel that gives you great blessings from Lord Krishna and Radharani for just listening to their stories. Hare Krishna.